So hopefully you've had a go at the photographing outside, photographing some perspective images, getting some fresh air, all of that good stuff. We're now going to come inside and do a little bit of drawing. So I've got my A4 page again, my sketchbook, but you can use any A4 paper that you might have about. So just with a normal pencil, I'm going to make a dot in the middle of the page, which is going to be my vanishing point. Remember, the vanishing point is the place where all of the lines intersect in a perspective drawing. Right in the middle of the page, and then I'm going to draw a series of squares or rectangles, just very loosely with my pencil. Notice I'm pressing really lightly. I'm going to call this bird's eye buildings. Okay, I'm going to continue with my squares, rectangles, whatever they may be. I'm going to draw these in a bit more perfectly later on with my ruler. I have a go at doing a snazzy L-shaped one here, just because I can. This one's going to be a bigger square. Something like that. Now with my ruler, I'm going to make these buildings have nice straight edges. Just going over where I've drawn before. So you can see now I've finished doing that. All of the lines are filled in. You'll notice I've left the little sketch lines that I had from earlier. I'm not going to rub those out because I don't mind that. This is a sketching exercise, so we can leave those. Okay, so now I'm going to work around my drawing and get from each corner of the rectangles, I'm going to draw a line, a light line to the vanishing point. I'm going to slide my ruler to the next one, to the vanishing point. Slide my ruler to the next one, to the vanishing point. Now remember, these are solid objects, so I can't go from this corner because you wouldn't see it. It's behind this block, so that's hidden. But I can go to here and do this one. I can do this one. Not pressing too hard. If I make a mistake, I want to be able to rub it out. And we go from this corner to the vanishing point. Can't do that one because that's hidden behind here. And I can't do that one because that's hidden behind here, but I can do this one. Okay, that's starting to make sense. Let's try this one over here. A bit there. From this point to the vanishing point. All of them going to the vanishing point. All right, now I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the impression of distance by starting my lines darker up at the top where they're just coming off the block, and letting the pencil fade away as it gets towards the vanishing point. So literally the line is vanishing. Let it live up to its name. Now these are supposed to be buildings, so I'm going to give the impression now of windows going down the tower block. So imagine we're a bird flying above a cityscape and we're looking down through the buildings down to ground level, which is about here. So I'm going to add myself, give myself the idea of windows. Might be an idea if these the gaps between these lines gets gradually smaller. A bit complicated now, so I'm going to leave that. And this time, this line is going to go parallel with this one. So all the parallel lines meet at the vanishing point here, but these are not parallel lines, so they don't go towards the vanishing point, they just go with the section of the building that you're drawing. Okay, I'm going to start adding some colour. So have some coloured pens with you, or pencils rather, not pens, pencils. I'm going to pick a red and I'm going to start colouring in this building here. I'm going to do the top. I'm going to try and colour this quite neatly. I'm going to make the roof the darkest part. So imagine this is the roof of the building. I'm going to concentrate on that. Make sure that I don't leave the white of the paper showing. I want it to be nice and neat. Don't rush your colouring, it makes your job look really nice and professional if you just take your time. The other tip is if you press too hard with any kind of pencil, whether that includes a coloured pencil, and you try and get your nice dark tone or colour in one passing, you're going to find that it stretches the paper, stresses the paper and stretches it, and that makes your picture distorted, it won't lie flat. So gradually let the layers of, whether it's graphite if you're using a grey pencil or colour from a coloured pencil, gradually let them build up. You get a much smoother result. Okay. So I'm going to make this side of the building lighter than this one. I'm only going to use a little bit of shade on here. But I'm going to continue this over onto this side. And then these are about the same tone now, but I can put another layer at the top over here. And what I'm going to do is gradually make the buildings get fainter as they go down towards the vanishing point. Again, so they are literally vanishing. I can control my pressure of my pencil so that as I come down towards the vanishing point, the pressure gets lighter, and so therefore the building appears to disappear, if that's possible. So imagine it's a foggy morning and you're a bird flying over a tower block. The bottom of the tower block will be hidden in the fog. That's the kind of effect we're trying to get here. Okay, and I'm going to carry on and do that with each building using a different colour for each. So by producing your drawing in this way, it's giving you that sense of perspective. Not only with that sense of distance from all of the lines going towards the vanishing point, but also in colour. Your colour and tonal values getting lighter as you go towards the vanishing point. So I take a putty rubber and just lightly, hopefully this will, just lightly rub out those lines as they go towards the vanishing point. Then it'll gradually actually vanish. It might look like it's foggy down in the street below these power blocks. There you go, it kind of works. Why don't you have a go?